hopefully you'll see why this is the best project for you.
I'm going back to where I belong. You're the reason why I'm singing this song. Boy, I did you no wrong, but you broke my heart. I'm going back to...
Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Yaba and we are Ghana bound. I've got a beautiful development to show you, and it's a very unique one because we're talking sustainability and we're talking eco on building today. I have got the beautiful Comfort with me who's going to tell you all the information, so we're going to jump straight into it. Please introduce yourself again and tell us a bit more about this development.
So my name is Comfort. I work with the marketing and sales team for the developer, and we are just trying to get the word out there about this amazing project that we have, and we're pretty sure a lot of people would be excited about it. So I'm just here to tell you a little bit about what we're doing, and hopefully you'll see why this is the best project for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if at the beginning, middle or end you've got more questions, write them in the comments below. All right, so the developer, when did they start this and what was the vision behind it?
So we are a fully owned Ghanaian company, and we realized that there weren't really a lot of green and sustainable homes. So that's something that had come up a lot from some of our clients, and we realized that there was a need. So we partnered with an amazing team of people, and they had a beautiful story that they wanted to use to honor someone. So our partners were doing this in honor of an Italian family who established a foundation whose mission was to help African students excel in the medical field. So what that meant was that they came out to different African countries, found bright doctors, took them to Italy and housed them during their entire stay through school. So there are over 200 beneficiaries of this scholarship, if I can call it that.
Yeah.
And so the partners that we're working with, one of them is actually one of the beneficiaries. So he wanted to do this in honor of the family, and particularly the aunt, whose name was Romana. That's the meaning behind the name Romana. And Romana Gardens is a green and sustainable community where people can feel at home, people can feel like they belong, people can feel comfortable. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, there's a need that we've identified where people in Ghana want sustainable homes. There are people who care about that. They want green homes. And so we just married the two, and Romana Gardens was born.
So many of you have been saying about there's no garden space, it's all a concrete jungle. So I've noticed that, especially from the drawings, it's very green, a very green environment. So can you talk more about that, the sort of vision behind that?
Yes, so there are reasons for everything that have gone into the design. And like you said, a lot of developers these days, there's not much greenery in the development. I mean, we'll put our hands up and say we've done that too before. So we're trying to do something different now. Once we're clearing the land at the moment, so once that's done and we've demarcated each home, we're going to start the planting. So by the time people are moving into their homes, all of these beautiful trees that you see in the pictures will actually be there. And so when we say that it's a sustainable and green project, that's not just because buzzwords, but we're actually doing things to make sure that they are sustainable and green. So each home is designed in a way where it will be sustainable and green. I've said that a lot, but it's true.
It's true, that's why.
And so if you think about how each home is designed, for example, the placement of each window means that there's a lot of cross ventilation happening. You don't have maybe just one window that's in a room that goes out into a corridor. You have the window placed, that means that you'll get air coming in and air coming out. And that's in every room throughout the house. So the placement of the windows are strategic. You don't have like random corridors where the air is just one way coming in and no way to come out. So you're getting a lot of fresh air coming in.
Whoa, I've never thought about that. So everyone in their house right now is going, where's my window and why is it designed this way? It's wrong.
Another thing about the windows, so this one is pretty, it's an interesting one, but there's a purpose. So for Romana Gardens, we're using louver blades.
Okay.
And please, before you click off this video, this is not this is not the video like the louver blades from the 80s. These are new, modern, and high-tech ones.
Innovative, yes.
Exactly, that's the best word. So each window comes inbuilt with burglar proofing, and they have handles that you can use to push out to open the windows, and they're much nicer. I mean, we've seen them, we've procured them. They're much nicer than, you know, those weird little blade things that are in our grandparents' and parents' homes.
Yes.
That's not what
you guys
we're
have seen
using.
it in my old house. Yes.
That's not what we're using here. So you might ask, why are we in 2022 still using louver blades? If you think about a glass window, the sliding one, when you slide the window open, you are preventing about 50% of the air from coming in because one side is closed. But when you have a louver blade, there's no obstruction anywhere. So you just have the blades that go down, which means that you have about 90% of the air coming directly into the room. You don't have anything blocking it off.
Okay.
So when you think about it like that, there's actually a lot of advantages, especially if you're trying to keep the internal temperature of the house cool. So why would we say that the house is green and sustainable and give you something that restricts airflow? That doesn't make sense. The second part is the orientation of the buildings. For that particular site, a lot of the airflow is coming from the south, southeast, southwest. So all the houses have been positioned in a way that will maximize as much airflow as possible. So when we thought about the block plan and the layout of each house, it's not just done for aesthetics. They've all been positioned in a certain way that means that each house will enjoy a certain amount of breeze. These things that we've done to make sure that the inside of your house is cool means that you're spending less electricity, because you know what? You're not having your AC on. If you live outside of Ghana and you come home, you don't have to have your AC on 24/7 because your house is cool, you know? There are efficient features in there. So we're using LED lights. You know, your fridge is going to be energy efficient. We're not going to give you just any sort of appliance that is going to affect how much energy and electricity you're using. Another aspect is that we are going to be harvesting rainwater.
So, amazing. I'm trying to look into that. Okay.
So we're working on that now. So we're going to be harvesting rainwater. And this water is going to be used to manicure your communal gardens, your hedges and everything. We are also going to be providing solar panels for certain packages. So we'll talk about the packages later. But each home will be built with the cabling and everything for solar, the provision for solar. It's just that if you have a basic home, we will not be providing you with the actual batteries and panels. That's something that you can choose to do at your own time. But for now, you know that you have the provision. You don't have to worry about it. Think, I have to chisel my wall and drill my roof. You don't have
It's already there, prepared.
Exactly. One crucial thing is about the compound, which is what started this conversation. When you have the full concrete compound, no grass, nothing, the internal temperature of the compound is hot because you have all the rays from the sun just kind of like bouncing on the concrete and reflecting back into the community. But with Romana Gardens, we're going to have a lot of greenery. So, you know, instead of walls separating the houses, you have hedges.
Amazing.
You know, each home has its own garden. You have the garden, you have the playground, you have the plants around. And what that's going to do is it's going to keep the internal temperature of the community itself cool. And, you know, that's the location. You're not too far from a breeze. So that side of town is, you know, cooler than deep inside Accra in the city center. Because right now we're in Ghana winter. So
it is. I'm actually cold. Like, I didn't think I'd ever experienced that, but I'm actually cold. So Comfort, thank you so much for your time and for the amount of information you gave, because I know a lot of you will have more questions, but I think we've covered so much. For any other questions that you have on this development, please reach out to us on our website, and we will also do a free consultation phone call with you. And for those of you who haven't yet, please remember to subscribe in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the family, and see you in the next one. Bye.